Hey, what's up, everybody? Roadblock here. So today's video is going to be about Bommel, or also known as Dreadhorn. So this is the hardest difficulty that you can do Dreadhorn on. This is floor 90. I'm not going to show you the entirety of the battle, just because it does take so long. But I kind of wanted to show it to you guys. So um, basically, Lady Annabelle is going to solo this boss. You'll see how she works. The hardest part about this at this point, now that I've got everything tuned up and good to go, are the waves. So you'll see that Nishak makes very quick work of these waves here. I bring Nishak just to maybe get a bomb or two off onto Bommel to speed up the run just a little bit. It can be a little bit. It speeds it up if Newt, sorry. I bring Newt to speed the run up just a little bit rather than having Lady Annabelle fight him forever. I get like a third of probably a quarter head start, maybe a fifth head start. You'll see that here in a minute. But these waves are pretty easy. Nishak gets them done. Newt gets them done. Why did I bring Deliana? Deliana's 50. I don't even think she's fully geared. Might not even be ascended, to be honest with you. So I bring Deliana to give more HP from her aura to my Lady Annabelle. I bring Ultimate Death Knight because he rocks the aura boost, the legendary aura boost one, which will boost the HP that Deliana gives, therefore giving my Lady Annabelle a ton of HP. So you'll see here, everyone's going to take a bunch of damage. We open with the Blessed Bash. You'll see there I get about, I'd say about a quarter. Yeah, I'd say about a quarter of the damage in. Beyond that, everyone else is going to die. So I kind of just let them do their thing. So Lady Annabelle stays alive, and you'll see why here in just a second. She has a ton of HP, obviously, which it helps her stay alive. You'll see when they die, she's getting HP, right? There we go. Now we take over. When those bombs detonate, she heals up. So you'll see she's gonna get a little weak here. He's gonna do some damage to her. Obviously, she's healing herself, so she is in. I'll show you her gear here in a second. Mostly, this is just so you guys can kind of see how it works. Now, it does take a long time. There you go. That's the big secret right there. When those bombs die, Lady Annabelle went from 50 to full health. That's her passive, and it's just a really strong passive and makes Bommel incredibly easy as long as you have her. Now, there are some things that I learned. Beating him on floor 90 was the hardest that this has ever been for me. I had to up her HP by quite a bit, but also up her speed by quite a bit. And that was an important little oversight that I had with her build. So you want to make sure that her speed is high enough that Bommel doesn't get a double turn, because if Bommel gets a double turn, he kills her, or he gets her low enough that the bombs kill her before they heal her. And so, because technically speaking, I think when these blow up, her health goes down and up at the same time. But if her health goes down more than it goes up, then she's just dead. So, so you do need to have some speed and high HP for her. So we'll get him to 50% just so I can show you that this would keep going. There's no point in which Bommel's mechanics change or anything like that. He doesn't get stronger the less health he has. So it's going to run this cycle in perpetuity until Bommel dies. Like, it's just going to keep going and going and going until Bommel dies. But we'll stop it there, to save my key so I can farm Dark Fae with it, but also to save your guys' time. And so now let's take a look at her kit, or her build, rather. So Lady Annabelle, she is in Regen, and she is in Immortal set. Now, regen gives 15% every turn. You get an additional 3% off Immortal. That just ensures that she heals up. For masteries, we want to get as much health on her as possible, but mainly we want War Master. War Master is probably the most important part. This is how she actually does damage to the boss and makes it take less time. You saw that even just to get around 50% was several minutes of a run. With the boost from Newt at the start, it takes about, I think, like 8-10 minutes. But that Newt head start is really really beneficial because it does reduce the time that run takes by quite a bit. Um, and I'll just point out real quick. So I do have, because of the recent event, I have the 4-star intimidating presence. So that's increasing the aura by 7.5%. So we're getting an additional 7.5% of HP from Deliana, whose aura is 33% HP in all battles. So that's why I bring her, because you want to have your Lady Annabelle with as high as health as possible. Newt just comes in and does the nukes, and then I bring in Nishak for the waves, but also because bombs do extra damage to Bommel, so if he does happen to land any bombs before he dies, it's just extra damage. That's really all that it is. And then if I come down and find Lady Annabelle again, we can look at her a little bit more in depth on her artifacts. So she is at 95,000 HP. We don't care much about any of the other stats except for speed, and I want to point this out because I actually had her too slow. I had her at about like 180 speed. Um, Whenever we did Bommel, was it yesterday? Um, and she was too slow. Bommel kept getting a double turn, um, and would blow her up, essentially. And so I had to really kind of rework some gear, move some gear around, glyph some gear out in order to get squeeze a little bit more speed out of the build. And then with that, I was able to get her over to 203 speed. I don't know what the magic speed number is, but I'm gonna at the very least, if you're 203 speed, we know it works. Right? You do need to hit a high HP target, but the great thing um, about her is that you can put her in the Immortal set. So in the Immortal set, we're getting an extra 15% of HP, and then with the regeneration set, just make sure you're looking for HP as much as you can on the items. I think one of these items I actually took a lower HP item in order to get more speed out of it. Um, when I did it a couple days ago, like last week, before not floor 90 but the floor under it, I actually had her in crit rate gauntlets because I didn't own any HP immortal gauntlets, but clan boss has been kind to me and gave me quite a few HP percentage gauntlets, and I was able to level those up, get some speed on it, um, get a little bit of extra HP, and really build up a powerful Lady Annabelle. So it is a little bit of a cheese, but Lady Annabelle is a lot easier to get than characters like Nishak, um, who also has a little bit of a cheese build. If you build Nishak in as much attack as possible and then bring him with basically 4 ally attackers, he can not quite one-shot Bommel, but pretty darn close. So there is some cheese that you can get out of characters like Nishak. But anyways, that's how I did it. I know there are probably more correct ways to do it, but I don't have the gear or the champions. I don't know. I couldn't do it any other way. But Lady Annabelle did the trick for me. So if you've got her, great. If not, she is a spirit epic, so she's definitely attainable. And good luck. Hope you get her. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.